Welcome back to Orwell. I guess this will be my third and last day. So I haven't played in a few days. So I had time to recover from the mess that was the second episode. Oh god. I still remember how pissed I was. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I was just annoyed by it, but you know what? You've heard that enough last time, so... Okay. And I fucked up with this. But, alright. Let's go to episode 3, Synthesis. Synthesis, sorry. You're back again, just in time. We have need of you. Herbanvat nabbed us with that article on Qassar yesterday. It has gone viral, as we expected. The situation is heating up. Of course, President Qassar could not leave it at that. He filed an extradition request, this very morning for Vat. Prime Minister Blaine has shifted his schedule to fly out to Triflith and meet Qassar to convince him of letting go, or else all hell will break loose. Herbanvat might have taken a severe blow, but he's far from giving up. Instead, he fires shots. See for yourself. Okay, first of all, Ilya, how dare you be this handsome? Let's go for the little bit less handsome picture of yourself. And Herban, of course, back to being alien. Oleg Bikay, no. This is the real Oleg Bikay. Okay. Headlines. I don't think I'll have anything of use here, since these were for the first game. But just to make sure. Okay. War is inevitable. They are out to discredit me and bring down what the people's voice stands for. But we are stronger than them. Oh, sorry, that was... Okay, this was the yesterday's which I should have stopped in time, but I could not. Qassar is not what he appears to be. This is the revelation of his deepest, darkest secrets. We know him as this handsome man waving politely at the press every time the cameras start rolling. He likes spreading pictures of himself helping children or shooting dangerous animals. But behind this facade of the public servant, the hero, the formidable presenter, lies a dark truth that has never been revealed. Until now. Qassar does not win elections, he buys them. He controls the democratic process by purchasing media power, publishing fake stories about his opponents, and then eventually silencing them with threats or a payout. With the opponent out for the count, who cares if the vote count is fabricated? Qassar does not send ancillary troops to the areas of conflict in parts. He does not send food or medication. He sends soldiers and bombs. Instead of solving conflicts, he causes them. The media won't report on his actions, neither in parts or the nation. He owns the media and he owns the legal system. He has to. His family has been proven to be involved in an international crime network, one that sports a list of offenses that include drug trafficking, prostitution rings, and money laundering. Not to mention that his pocketbook also powers a slew of influential lobbyists that can ensure that Qassar is never portrayed in a negative light. Forget about solving the most destabilizing conflict that our beautiful country has ever faced. Instead, Qassar sits on his fat ass in his mansion playing virtual golf. Hey, I am doing that too. I mean, I don't have a mansion, but yeah. Knowing the truth about Cassard and his endless chain of hypocrisy and lies, I have to wonder why he feels threatened by freethinkers and independent media like TPV. Perhaps it is because we cannot be bought. He screams that we need to stick to the facts, but the truth is being called liar by a fraud like Cassard is about as offensive as being called smelly by a pig sitting in his own shit. Okay, he did make a shit joke, or, well, yeah. Actually, that's a good way to describe Cassard. A pig sit in a big pile of his own bullshit. He's no leader, he's a criminal. Corruption, greed, and a huge amount of dangerously consolidated power has caused parts to go down the drain, and this narcissistic bastard is to blame for it. Narcissistic, sorry, I don't know. Okay, Cassard may have demanded my extradition, but this war is not over. We will fight back against the traitors Cassard and Blaine, who own this manipulative government apparatus designed to keep us under control. The government of the nation have dragged my family into this conflict, and I will not let them get away with this. I'm still here, and so is the people's voice, and we are loud. We have a strong group of supporters who are loyal and will help us get back on track. Know thyself, know thy enemy. We will fight back with a completely new people's voice, resonating a kind of strength never before seen. The government of the nation has declared war on the people's voice. They are trying to enslave their own people and my people by manipulating the media. Down with the government. Down with Cassard and Blaine. Okay, yeah. War? Can you believe it? Who does this prick think he is? Agent, this has to end today. That will no longer undermine the peace in neither parts nor the nation. If it's war he wants, we can accommodate him. We have our own arsenal, the likes of which Watt doesn't dare to dream about. When Orwell was created, the office requested a number of additional features beyond the day-to-day tasks of investigators. Some top-level government members objected. They had the obnoxious idea to integrate an ethical codex into Orwell, limiting its capabilities. Naturally, this would not do for us. We are the nation's wardens, and we won't be restricted by some arbitrary set of rules. So we found a way, as you always do, to develop a branch of the Orwell project, the very piece of software you're using right now. Time to make use of its full potential. The influencer. Yes! Okay, I still have something here. Oh! He removed Ilya and Daniel and Shan. Could it be that our actions cause a bit of trouble among the ranks of the people's voice? Good. Okay, alright. I'm so sorry about what happened. I haven't the foggiest notion who posted this bloody picture. It's not your fault. It was me who wanted that picture taken in the first place. God, that was so stupid. I'm really sorry. It's okay, Karen. We wanted this together. What are you up to now? You're not going home, are you? I need to. No, please don't. After this, I'm not sure what he will do. Ilya, what's the worst that can happen? Famous last words. He would never be violent to me, you know that. Never say never. And you know that my offer still holds, don't you? The Horst is beautiful around this time of year. Yes, I got that flyer you sent me. It's beautiful for sure, but I told you I can't just leave Bonton. I've got to go now. I'm not sure I'll be able to get back to you on here. Keep your head down. Alright, drop me a message in case anything goes wrong. Raban knows anyway. The best of luck to you. Okay, so this is the previous conversation. Okay. There's... Wait, there's still something? Oh yeah, this one, okay. That she does not want to leave Alton. Urban, I've had enough of this one-man show you call The Collective. This article is contrary to everything the People's Voice stands for, at least in my mind. We're long past the point of no return. We're no longer a group of journalists with thoughtful and considered rhetoric. Instead, the site has become a mouthpiece for an egocentric maniac who declares war against governments. I will not put up this anymore. I will not put up with this anymore, maybe? I quit. You're such a coward, you always have been. Now that we finally see our influence growing, that our voice is being heard, the change is in the air, you just run off and quit. I should have known that when you signed on that you weren't built to stand this heat. Just another bag of air that chickens out whenever things start to get really interesting. Seriously, Urban? Insulting our staff? What kind of leader are you? What kind of journalist are you? You have long stopped uncovering the so-called truth. You have turned into a liar and puppeteer yourself. You are no better than Cassard or Blaine, or the others that you keep criticizing. Count me out. I'm done. I will not put up with this. Grow backbone, you cowards. Don't worry. I'll take away your contributor status. I don't need you anyway. If you're not willing to go all the way with me, you are against me. You've been in my way for far too long already. Damn, what a dick. Behold the influencer! Centerpiece of our very own version of Orwell. Not even the government has a clue this thing exists. Ha 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 ha. It can spread a story through social media channels efficiently and thoroughly. And I am putting you in charge of it. First, we need the thesis, a key statement which Rubam made in his latest article. That has accused the government of dragging his family into the conflict. I guess I cannot choose. The government dragging his family into the conflict? They should have clearly opposed Urban's actions and nothing would have happened. Well, we will counteract this claim accordingly. Let me see that in the influencer. Okay, the government has willfully dragged Urban Vaught's family into the conflict. Well, here we go. Here's how this works. We can't simply make up and randomly spread stuff. Instead, I need you to get me palpable information which can be used to counter Urban's statement. From pairs of data chunks that create a certain context together, I can construct a narrative which can then be spread in the influencer. So find me data chunks to construct a narrative form. With the thesis set in the influencer, new data chunks may be discovered in old documents or called transcripts. Take a look around. Okay. Urban is becoming more and more unhinged, sensing betrayal around every corner. Yes, we can use that, but not enough on its own. We need a good context to put this into. Repudiated? How the fuck do you pronounce that? But whatever. I guess that thing. My, why would anyone be enraged about such a bagatelle? Does it hurt when your own reality proves to be fake, what? Be that as it may, we can surely utilize this circumstance for our own good. First, his brother is a potential enemy. Now he wants nothing to do with his wife anymore. One could easily get the idea his family members aren't quite as important and central to Ruban Vought as he claims. Let me create something out of what we got here. Hashtag, okay. Agent, this first narrative is ready to be spread through the influencer. To do so, drag it to the slot in the influencer window and confirm. Using the influencer is extensive and takes about an hour of time to complete. We'll only get very limited chances of spreading narratives today. Make sure they count. However, I should probably warn you, what's out there is out there forever, and information can be a most devastating weapon. Now, if you do the honors? Okay, I guess I cannot put in any more information, any more new information there. So I have to do this. Hashtag save Karen and Ilya. Haribon Vought is terrorizing his wife and brother after he learned of their affair. It's like making online beef. The first information is spread by your command alone. It's a beautiful thing, the destruction of truth, isn't it? I believe we pulled the right strings here. Or there. People have swallowed debate, as you can see on Blabber. We had some good impact on his listener account. I have no doubt Ruban won't let go so easily. I wouldn't be surprised to see an appropriate response from him soon. Perhaps you can find out what he's up to before he's actually publishing it, so we can prepare our next narrative beforehand. Okay, so we will always fly back. In the dark caves of the endless information network they lurk, out to get any innocent victim standing in their way. As from now, I shall call them media monsters. Creative. The government apparatus designed to control our minds. These awful creatures who cannot be considered human are again trying to damage my family members in order to get to me. They cannot tear us apart. Yoink! His family is loyal to him. Oh, please. I wonder if Ruban believes himself what he writes there. In any case, let's see if we can shake up that feeling of loyalty a bit and prove Ruban wrong, for himself and for the public. Agent, get me pairs of data chunks from which I can construct narratives that we can spread. Pay attention to anything we might use to put Ilya or Karen's loyalty to him in doubt. Ruban Vought's family has always been loyal to him and will remain. Wait, don't I have access to it already? Oh no, I only have access to her phone. No, she's not. Very picturesque. Maybe you can find a photo somewhere. I absolutely can and will. Okay. Okay, we do not need these right now, but we will later. Okay, this is about Ilya. As a patient slowly opened up, he especially empathized his heroic escape from military service in Pars at multiple occasions. Okay, Yeah, we can use this. The worst of all places? Bah. But if Karen wants to move away, that might be worth something to us. Yep. Okay. Banned access from phone. Okay. Nice hand. Cassie Watergate Christmas party. Huh. Unsend draft. Oh. Oh, now what do we have here? If that isn't an affront to loyalty, I don't know what is. You must go to the worst. She has an interest in the town too. That's almost too much to be just coincidence, right? I can most certainly construct something out of that. Okay, but I want to read it. We now possess one narrative we could potentially spread. However, we can only hit Raban after he has published his next article. We'll need to bide our time for the moment. Use that time well to dig for more narratives. Get me everything that could be of use. Yeah, I want to read that. Karen, I've spent so much time lately thinking that things were becoming far too complicated. Yet now I realize that everything is actually becoming easier. Raban fired me from the People's Voice, and it's like a weight has been lifted from my chest. I suddenly feel free, and I wonder why I didn't change things earlier. Not just with the blog, but with us. You said that you couldn't just leave your life behind, but Karen, what kind of a life are you living now? A life stuck inside a cage dictated by Raban and his whims. It's time to be true to yourself. Karen, I love you, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I want to spend time with you. I'm going to leave for divorce soon. Please come with me. I finally want to be. Me too. If I dream about quitting, I just quitting. Oh, but getting out and away from my brother. Scandalous. Not surprising with a brother like that. I could make something out of this, but we need a little extra to dramatize the story more. Okay, ma'am. Okay, quote tracking. Everyone is on Penn Street. E-ticket wallet. Okay, we will get Karen's. Okay, not this time. Getting Karen's number there. Alright, so we need to go to Karen's blog. Yeah, okay. Freaking out. Are we done? Cool. Hashtag liars get lied to. Oh, okay. People's Voice. I always thought you were a bit out of touch in your articles, but terrorizing your family? Not cool. Especially for someone claiming to speak in the name of the people. You know nothing about my private life. Your claims are wrong. You do not have the right to judge me. Fuck you, what? You have crossed many lines since you started this ridiculous blog, but intimidating your own family is beyond fucked up. I have never and would never be aggressive in any way towards my family. I do not owe you any explanation for anything. Crawl back into that hole that you ascended from. He did the right thing, as this whole hashtag save Karen and Ilya hype is bullshit. Infidelity is a sin, and you should not let those two get away without punishment. I would never ever do anything to harm my dear wife. Fuck off. Okay, so we have to come here. And... I mean, I didn't want to, yeah, I wanted this one. Okay. I just wanted to check the new place as well. Was this the happiest day of my life? I'm not sure. I was happy though. Was it a rush decision? Maybe it was in hindsight. There were ups and downs. But if our marriage has brought any good, Raban and Ilya finally didn't have to endure that awful camp any longer. He was allowed to leave the refugee encampment after his marriage with Karen. Oh, okay, sorry. Let's put it to Ilya. Permanent residence is granted upon marriage to a citizen, for the spouse as well as family members. Yeah, I guessed, yeah. A questionable thing if you ask me, especially if the circumstances of that marriage were to appear shady. Okay. I can still collect some stuff, apparently. I'll still have time for that. Or I don't. Okay, I do, okay. Okay, let's go after Raban here. Okay, okay. The patient was initially very unresponsive and reclusive, even apathetic in therapy sessions. Occasionally, the patient would even switch to a rather aggressive tone when I pushed too much towards him revealing details about his experiences and emotional state. This is probably due to the difficult conditions of living in the refugee encampment for an extensive amount of time, which is very much in conflict with the patient's personality valuing strong individuality. Around the summer of 2012, the patient went through a sudden change. He seemed to become more outgoing, happier, and willing to talk more, though was still trying to keep conversations superficial. Throughout the sessions, the patient has been opening up more and more, and I feel like we have been making tremendous progress. In addition, the patient also seemed to much more appreciated by fellow camp residents. As of writing this, I am unsure whether to attribute the change to the effects of the therapy or to external factors. Although the patient seems to have made a lot of progress during the past months, I strongly recommend to extend therapy and would like to keep him under close observation personally to ensure the progress achieved by the patient so far continues and to determine the exact cause of the change in personality. I will therefore file a request for extending therapy by 6 months. Okay, so maybe this one. Raban got better all of a sudden. Something important must have happened at that time. Yes, that's what I want to find out. Location, name, or address. Fuck. Okay. Where can I search? Not the rehab council. Not this. Well, fuck. Okay, I don't know. Nah. That's a fucking lie. What is this in conflict with, though? Okay, I don't know if this will help, but I wonder where will this go? This information. Nowhere, okay. Okay then. So I don't have anything here. I guess, yeah, I should put these. Optimistic good nature. We do not need that information. Oh, has it always written this out? Not all conflicting data chunks have been found yet. Upload is strongly discouraged. Huh. Okay, yeah. Let's just... Why is it for Karen? What the fuck? Okay, let's put this one to... Oh, nice. Considering the trauma he endured when his school got bombed, this comes as no surprise. But there is another document that's related. How awfully caring of her. Or maybe not. This could be useful to make Raban doubt Karen's motivation in marrying him, but we need the right context first. Yes. Huh, I knew you liked our therapist. You know, I also look forward to those sessions with Karen every week. Lucky you, the way she talks to you. She seems to be fancy you. She always treats me like a child. Ilya, stop it. Our situation in this camp is terrible and we are being treated like animals. Yeah, all you can talk about is your dumb crush on a therapist. Karen fancies me? She doesn't like me one bit. She doesn't like you one bit. It's her job to be nice and she gets paid for it. So snap out of your daydreams finally, will you? Do you realize we have no way to get out of this shithole and live a normal life anytime soon? We might rot here for years. We can't go back to Praga. But I also cannot stand this godforsaken camp much longer. It makes me sick. It makes me sick to even think about it. We have to find a way to escape the refugee camp at any cost. Getting out at any cost? Does the fact that Raban was able to leave the camp through marrying Karen scream sham marriage for you? Well, soon it might do just that for everyone else too. Oh fuck. When will he fucking post that? How much more time do I have? Raban, I know the situation right now is bleak and you have been through a lot, but there are brighter times ahead. We might be here for a while, you're right, but we can try to make the best of it. I mean, it's not like people here are completely cruel. I'm sure we'll be allowed to leave the camp someday and live a normal life again. As for Karen, well, if you're not interested, mind if I take a shot? Maybe I just need to prove to her I'm not a child. I sometimes wish I could share your naive optimism, brother. Okay, so I guess I should put or like push this narrative. Can I do anything else though? I could, but... I mean, if she cheated on him, then yeah, she doesn't really love him, so I guess this is the truth, so their love is but a fake. How sad. Karen intended to observe Raban and doesn't really love him. Yes, there's a strong narrative in that. Oh, Jesus. Raban Vought published this article. We can strike now. Remember, you are still able to dig for more narratives, so you may want to do that before you spread anything. As soon as you're ready, spread the narrative that seems the most promising to you in the influencer. We only get one chance here. Okay, what did he post? Yeah. I claim I am a tyrant to my family, though this affair did shake me to the core, which probably made the media monsters very happy. My wife and I are still on good terms. We will continue to stand by each other as we always have, no matter how difficult the situation. And the same accounts for my brother. They cannot tear us apart. My family members will remain loyal to me as they always have been. Okay, how about no? Okay, so we have hashtag liars get left behind. After delicate pictures of them surfaced yesterday, Ilya declares sister-in-law Karen love of his life and wants to abscond to divorce with her. I don't know how to pronounce that. Hashtag fake marriage. Hariban Vought of the People's Voice planned his escape from a refugee camp by seducing their therapist. And hashtag fake marriage again. Karen, wife of Hariban Vought, admits I married Hariban because I wanted to observe him. He was very unstable. He wanted to go with the first one, but damn, this last one hits hard. I mean, I don't want to destroy him, but, you know. So, this one focuses on the future, that they are gonna essentially escape together to a different city. And these two are focusing on the past. I don't think this is very, very strong, but this one, ooh, this one hits hard. I married Hariban because I wanted to observe him. He was very unstable. But I'm gonna still choose this one, cause here it only, quote unquote only, targets Karen's disloyalty and not Ilya's. Meanwhile here it's more of Ilya, but also with Karen. So I'm gonna go with this one. I'm not sure if there's a right answer to this or not, but yep, let's go with this one. But that's, ooh, it's hard. Hard as motherfucker. Okay. Your brother running off with your wife? Hilarious. Not even they can stand your gibberish any longer. If anything is hilarious, it is how you believe everything you read on the internet and waste people's time with the gibberish that you shit out of your brain. Happy with what you have achieved? Milking that affair some more was the obvious way to go. Nice and personal. Okay, I guess I made a good choice. Raban has taken a blow, but he's not going down yet. Speaking of which, let's check on what he's up to writing. Wait, no, I wanna read these. The uprising against the government of Parges has begun. The angry crowd in front of the presidential palace in Triflis is growing. Raban is the one to thank for this, and hashtag liars get left behind is a fabricated lie. None of us would ever leave a hero like him behind. We are going to win this media war. I always knew that she would leave you. Karen Levine is too good for you. Fuck off, you have no idea what's going on. No idea why hashtag liars get left behind has become so popular. I know that this is nothing but hashtag fake news aiming to hurt TPP. I appreciate your loyalty. You should be careful using the hashtag though, since it only makes the lie spread even more. Yeah, that's what I was about to say, that even though like two out of these 4 hashtag uses were positive towards Raban, like this one, you know, still popularized it, I guess, popularized the hashtag even more. So Ilya, what the hell, Ilya? There are rumors all over the internet that you want to leave the people's voice in Raban. This is just like back then in Paris when you got your poor parents Anastasia and Milovan in trouble. You're nothing but a dirty traitor, Ilya. Oof. Is this true, Ilya? I must say I'm disappointed. You used to be a great author for the people's voice. Ah ha 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 ha. The big conspiracy. The media are trying to distract you from the truth. Blaine and Cassard are conspiring against us. Or against the US. No, against us. Falling back into old habits, are we? Vought is trying to shift the attention to Blaine and Cassard's meeting. It's a one-of-a-kind opportunity for him to back up his conspiracy theory. Reports say there are already people gathering in front of the presidential palace where the 2 are meeting, attempting to stall the talks in the name of the people's voice. We cannot let his claim go unchecked, or the situation there might escalate. Not on our watch. If he's into conspiracies and hidden agendas, how about us playing the same game? I'm certain you can get me enough information to let me construct our own little conspiracy theory. Keep in mind, we have to hit Urban Vought hard this time. Very hard. We must break his follower base. Okay, so those are gone. Prime Minister Blaine and President Cassard are meeting to conspire against the Parisian people. Okay. I will read this after. Ilya. Hey, what kind of trouble? Oh jeez. Initiative Save Parts. Damn, that's a nice update from 12 years ago. Okay, message board. Captain Ilya Janeway. Please enter your password here. Okay, what's gonna be his password? Hello? A one-way trans-regional train ticket for 1 adult. Ilya is making around for it, it seems. Who can blame him? Why, we could, of course. Maybe he'd consider staying if the news would turn out to be against his liking. I don't like that. From Oleg BK? Raban. Oh, okay, it's now. Raban, I'm not quite as dead as you had planned. Not yet. I may be soon, but for now, I've found a way to at least read this email. I didn't expect you to sing solo as to work with the office. That's why I couldn't figure it out back then. But the recent days have opened my eyes. The arrest, all those interrogations they put me through. You're with them. It's the only way you may have obtained internal info on me and created that leak. Yes, I have been working with them as well, but tell me, what choice did I have after they arrested me, tortured me, forced me to become this? Now the office wants to get rid of me, else they wouldn't have sent me to that godforsaken shelter. And in your blind rage, you became their tool. Because of what? Did you really think me behind... What? Did you really think me behind... What happened to Bravo Secondary? Did you really think it was me? My unit was being targeted by someone unknown, that was all. For God's sake, Radka died in that bombing, you fool. Why in all hell would I kill my own daughter? Fuck you, Ruban, and your empire of lies. From the bottom of my heart, we'll both meet each other in hell for the mistakes we've made. As soon as the office is done with you too. Ooh, that is messed. What a tragedy. We knew she had been present that day. Not now. Seems that investigator you're paired with got the Bonton bombing's perpetrator. I'm impressed. Thank you! That was me from the previous game. Thank you. Now the office wants to get rid of him. Oh no, sorry, this is what I meant to. Nonsense! If we wanted to get rid of Oleg BK, we could have done so when we got the chance. But how did you learn that exactly? What did BK do? How did he get out of there? I figure we need to check on him once more. Good of you to report this in to me. Fuck. I didn't mean to. I meant to do... Wait, what? Oh, okay, yeah. It's for a bomb. Okay, let's put this in. And did your bomb provide it? That's something we could get him for. Okay, let's go for Raban. Put this one in. This would all be so much easier if he was. I don't know where that came from, but there is no way we can build a conspiracy theory involving us directly. I mean, I'm just working with what I got.
Hello?
Hey.
Karen, I didn't expect you to call. How did things go between you and Raban?
Let's not talk about that. Instead, let's talk about this thing that has been spreading through the grapevine.
Thing? What thing?
Oh, you know, that you're headed out of Bonton to start anew, accompanied by your sister-in-law. The quote-unquote love of your life in defiance of your tyrannic brother. You know, that thing.
Oh, listen, Karen, I don't know how that got...
How the hell is that little tidbit supposed to calm things down between Raban and I? Also, when were you planning to abscond with me, huh? Why would you write those things? You know how easy comments are thrown about online.
Karen, listen, I was tired of the secrecy. Sure, it might have been arrogant assuming you would leave with me, but I just couldn't hide how I feel about you. I want this to be real between us. And we sure as hell can't make a real attempt in this town. Not now. Not after everything that has happened.
Then why wouldn't you tell me? Why spread it online? Now, the worst thing is, despite everything, I'm almost flattered. I can't believe you've put me in this situation, but thinking about it, I can't just leave my patients behind. I need to take care of them. As for Raban, well, I need to take care of him too.
Karen, please. You can't seriously consider going back to Raban after this. Come with me. Please.
Part of me wants to, but I just can't. I have a patient list a mile long, all of whom need me. Especially that veteran. I can't just leave her behind when she seems to be regressing.
What do I have to do to convince you? Name it. I will do it. I will.
I fear There is nothing you can do.
I see. Then please understand that I cannot wait for you. I leave for Dewhurst this evening.
I understand.
If you change your mind, well, let me know. I'll pay for your ticket.
Got it. Ilya?
Yeah?
I'll miss you. Take care.
You too. Goodbye, Karen.
Bye.
Bye. What? Sorry. Dear Mrs. Levin-Watt, it has been brought to our attention that your patient number, yes, has been involved in a criminal case. Unfortunately, she has been shot on the run and the case is now being investigated thoroughly. I'm sorry, Nina. As you know, a situation like this requires a report by the therapeutic counselor who treated her. We therefore kindly ask you to hand in your report on Mrs. Maternova by the end of the day. Please be informed that this report is highly important for the case and will be used in court. The Rehab Council is obliged to inform you that all of your statements have to be as accurate as possible and that you are obliged to answer all questions you may be asked in court truthfully. Okay. Sorry, Nina. Okay, so Karen is your password. Karen's other name is your... yeah, I'm at the wrong profile. Karen's other name is your password. Damn it. Your uncle is your password. Your immigration date, well, a damn good coffee. Top deck lethal. Fuck. Your social security number. Wait, can that be? Okay. Your full name. Your uncle's name. What? Actually, your uncle's name? Hello? They weren't members of the FTP, were they? Ruban openly criticizes Cassard all the time. I doubt we can gain any benefit from knowing his parents may have done the same thing. Not now, fucking Karen. Though when Uncle Simos wanted to invite Oleg Bikay just because his family lives next door doesn't mean we have to show hospitality to followers of the Cassard regime. Oh! It's too much risk. Seems they were once literally closer than we thought. Okay. I just got a note telling me to report for duty by next week. I was drafted. The army of Pars forcefully recruited a lot of men into their ranks when the conflict with the FDP erupted anew. Seems Ilya has been no exception to it. Okay. I'm going to talk to Oleg and get you exempted from service. It might cost me a few favors and take some time, but I will get you out, I promise. I'm curious whether that worked out, or what it took to convince Bakay. Okay, let's see the last one. Mom and Dad are gone. They took them. They sent soldiers to our home. It was so horrible. They started hitting Dad and yelled that this was his punishment. Mom tried to fight them off, and then they started hitting her too. These bastards just took them away. Now they are gone, Raban. What should we do? You have to help us. Truly horrible. Then again, as a punishment for what? Maybe they deserved it after all. Okay then. Okay. Attempt to flee from service. He especially emphasized his heroic escape from militaries. Successfully fled from military service in Pars, or failed his attempt. I mean, I guess discharged by local command. I don't know. I think this one, because these are official records, and here is just what he especially empathized. So yeah, and he also seemed to become more and more interested in myself and my private life, making it difficult for me to maintain my professional distance as a therapist. So he wanted to God, what's the word for it in English? Gloat, I think. He wanted to gloat and like color the story a lot more him being brave and him being successful and whatever, and not this one. So fuck you, Ilya. He got punched. And his parents were kidnapped as a punishment. Poor Ilya, to live with such a burden. There's a powerful narrative in that. Huh? Oh, we finally found one. Good. We have a narrative again. We cannot spread it yet though, not before Raban publishes his article. Keep searching around. Okay, I'll read all at once.
Karen, it changed your mind?
Ilya, I screwed up.
Hey, what's wrong?
Read the news?
Nope, I've been actively avoiding it.
They got the person behind the bombings. It was Nina. My patient Nina.
Oh no, that's terrible. I'm so sorry.
I fucked up, Ilya. Fucked it all up.
That's not true. How were you to know?
I did. I couldn't save her. I knew something wasn't right with Nina, and I didn't tell anyone. And then she turns out to be behind the bombings. Because I thought I could help her solve her issues
I can fix her.
Now, all those people, it's all my fault.
Listen, you did what you thought was right. You can't predict that someone will just snap like that. You're not responsible for anything your patients choose to do. Just like you aren't responsible for Raban's actions.
Yeah.
That's not all. I got an email from my employer. They're questioning me. I need to write a statement.
Screw them. Let's get you out of here. For real this time. You need to take care of yourself for once.
Maybe you're right.
There's still time to come with me.
Okay. Okay, I'm coming.
Great! I'm gonna buy you a ticket.
I'll meet you at the central station. The train to Dewhurst, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Need to pack a few things first.
Wait, what about Raban?
I'll say I need to fetch some things from the office.
Good. Be careful, though.
I will. See you there.
Yeah, see you there, Karen. Don't worry. Everything will be just fine. I promise.
Not on my watch. Okay. They're making a run for it together. Sweet. Too bad it's nothing we can efficiently spread at this point, but it's definitely something that Raban isn't exactly going to like. Okay. David Jones. Raban, I could not help but notice that you seem under a lot of fire from all sides most recently. Even some of your most trusted followers are turning their backs on you, but not me. You have been through some dark times before, as you have trusted me with. Remember how you told me that Karen's mother, Elizabeth Levine, opposed your marriage and tried everything to prevent it? But she broke contact with her and married you anyway. I will see what I can uncover to aid you. You'll hear back from me soon, David. Ooh, snap. Ooh, snap. So she is the daughter of Elizabeth Levine. Against this backdrop, it's quite remarkable Karen of professionally counsels refugees. Fuck. I might have been too late with that. I mean, we know this, but okay. Let me make an educated guess who that second ticket is for. If Karen and Ilya are about to leave together, Urban will be entirely on his own. That may be good, but also limiting for us. Okie dokie. Okay, we don't need the new portrait. Received financial support. Well as Karen Levine's great endeavors as a psychological counselor, the party supports Karen Levine's work directly via state funding. I bet Raban has no idea about Karen's entanglements with the party, nor has any one of his followers. We should let them know, maybe, but we need a little more backing if we truly are trying to put the blame on Karen here. I don't know. My daughter, Karen, is a kind-hearted person. We do not care. Nah, I don't think. I think this is the truth. Not an official interview, of course. With a mother like Elizabeth Levine, I cannot imagine why. I cannot even imagine why. Too bad. If she wouldn't have been in contact with her mother, we might have used that against her. Whoops. I'm not gonna put out false info though. You know, this impertinent person invited soldiers into a school. Hello? By that, what may have drawn fire directly to the school. Why would he consider such a thing? How mindless can you get? He deserves to go down, and so he will. By our hand. Let's go! The Parisian army will protect Bravo's secondary. It has been done. In light of the conflict brewing with the FTP, I have managed to make a deal with Oleg Bikay, whose unit from the Parisian army will protect our school. I assure you that your children will be safe. I hope this helps to convince you not to take your children out of school. This sounds a bit drastic. The National Army seems to have the situation under control. I appreciate the effort, Principal Vat, but I'm not convinced that having a unit of Parisian soldiers around the schools is a good idea. Are you sure that this won't draw more attention to the school? I assure you, it will be fine, Jelena. I would never do anything to endanger my pupils. They are as safe as they can be at my school. Thank you, Mr. Vought. I appreciate your efforts to keep Bravo Secondary safe. Hello? So this is why Oleg and Raban met at the school. They had some kind of protection deal going on. Sounds extremely dumb to me. It's not the entire truth. We know Bikay wanted shelter for his unit. This would let Raban look pretty bad if it were to be released. So, why not go for it? Raban published his article. The time to strike back has come. You can go on searching for more material to create narratives from, though. Please take your time. When ready, strike Raban Vought as hard as you can. We'll need to make this count. Okay. He's already at the central station. He's really going to follow through on his plan then. So if you want to try and do anything about that, better hurry up. What I am thinking is... okay, not this one. Wait, do I still have something here? Okay, I mean, I can later on, but right now I wanna check, not the address, but where he is right now. Wait, what? Not the Penn Street. Oops. Okay, I cannot put this one in. Alright. So, right now, I have #cowardbrother. Learn how Ilya Vought got his parents punished for his own cowardice and his brother Raban covered for him. #armylover. Former principal Raban Vought sold school's shelter to Parisian army prior to school's destruction through bombardment. #lousy deal. Former principal Raban Vought sheltered Parisian army in a deal to get his brother Ilya exempted from service before the building got attacked. I don't think these are really good though. I think this one would hit the hardest. I am not sure about that, but let's see. The #lousy deal. Oh, I also want to read what he posted first. Sorry. The media are trying to distract you from the truth. Blaine and Cassard are conspiring against you. Even if it were true that my brother is planning on leaving Bonton together with my wife, this says nothing other than that the media monsters are continuously after me. The important question should be, why is the focus of attention not on one of the most pressing and obvious issues? Is it not curious that during a national crisis like this, while bonds are threatened by terrorists, the Prime Minister is leaving the country? Is it not weird that he's meeting Cassard, who is throwing him a military parade party under the guise of a negotiation meeting? The answer is that this is bullshit. Negotiation is not what the national government wants. They want power. Blaine and Cassard want to control our minds by secretly conspiring against the people of parts. Since this is what the meeting really shows, and what you should really be worried about, I hereby call for a protest in front of the presidential palace in Triflith. Let's show these traitors to the people what we think of them. I think this should be it, maybe. Connect two loose ends. I got that achievement. Connected achievement. You sold the Bravo secondary shelter to the Pargesian army? How could you do such a thing? You endangered the lives of those kids. It's all spread and done. Yes? The fact that Raban made the deal to help his brother decreased the impact our narrative had. Fuck. Good work, but not good enough. Raban is still around and he still has a loyal follower base. So, what absurdities does he dare to claim this time? Did you see how they are manipulating you? This is nothing but a lie spread by the government to bring me down. That hashtag lousy deal was a mistake. You're a hero, Raban. Your traitor of a brother does not deserve your help. I appreciate your loyalty, but I will not let you insult my brother. I can't believe Ilya was part of the Pargesian army. How could he betray us all like that? How could you have made that hashtag lousy deal just to save such a traitor? I had my reasons. I do not regret my decisions. The national government ordered the shelling of Prava secondary. He's blaming the nation for his own fault. Our own army attacking a school. We're the peacekeepers. It's high time to turn things around. This has to end now. We cannot let these preposterous lies stand. We will destroy Urbanvat. You will. Now. Get me something that shows beyond any doubt that the nation isn't the one to blame here. Okay. David, your loyalty to me is beyond any limits. You have been with me from the start. The people's voice would not nearly have become what it is had you not been there. You're more than a fan. You're a true friend. But it's all going down. Not even Ilya is by my side any longer. He has made mistakes, yes, but he has been subject of so much hate today. I cannot even say where it all is coming from. I'm tired. I've been writing furiously all day to this point, and look where it got me. Nowhere. Everything around me is falling apart. I have no one left. Even my followers are turning their backs on me. It's over. It has to end. I want it to end. Thank you for standing with me. No, he doesn't. He's a liar. A professional liar. He needs to be rendered harmless once and for all. Okay then. David Jones again. You had mentioned him before. Regardless, it doesn't matter what role he had with the people's voice. What matters is only the destruction of Raban. Okay. Blind. I don't know. Oops, not Raban again. Elia. Wait, what exactly did Ilya lie about regarding his brother? I don't think this is relevant. Raban, it's a lie, it's a lie. I'm not your friend. I've never been. I can't fully explain it all at this time. I've only been here recently. I've just been informed that you're about to claim the nation bombed your school. You have no idea how right you are. I realize this may be my last chance of getting out of this mess. So I got my hands on some internal documents for you. What really happened at Prava Secondary, it's all in here. I will try to get you more. Keep an eye on the new Percolix documents. For now, I must keep my head down. They will now come for me. I hit them as hard as you can, David. David, what? How does this person leak confidential information to Ruben Watt? This is very troubling news. I'm not aware of any one of our own people with this name though. I'll turn this David Jones into a target person. You may want to investigate if you so desire. Remember though that Ruben Watt remains the primary target. Get us something to obliterate him with. Okay, I'm gonna... Operation Calvary. This document describes an incident in which the National Army bombarded a Parisian school. The Army of the Nation had been well aware of the fact that many students and teachers were in the building at this time. The school had been used as a bomb shelter for many weeks. December 6, 2010, national troops started shelling the school, leaving completely destroyed. Afterwards, the ruins were searched by military with the help of civilians looking for their children. Sorry, burp. Soldiers Oleg Bekay and Alexander Petkovich were the only Wait, wasn't Alexander Petkovich one of Karen's patients? They were the only survivors on the side of the Parisian army and were secured from the shelter. There was only one known civilian survivor, whom the Parisian soldiers had managed to save, but was still seriously injured. The school's principal, Ruben Watt, had been found wounded and retrieved from the ruins. When encountered by civilians, Ruben Watt was met with extreme aversion and had to be protected from them by the army. A report reveals that the order to open fire had been given by a supreme command within the government of the nation, who had stated that the school was occupied by terrorist group forces of two parts. This turned out to be untrue, since there were only civilians and Parisian army soldiers on site. This shelling was a serious violation of international law and human rights by the Army of the Nation. Damn! That's huge. Ruben Watt, the only civilian. I don't see any hint to his students there. I thought he had rescued a lot of his students. Here comes his article. We must end this. Give me a narrative. I mean, the nation did bomb Prava Secondary. So, hello? This is how he ended up with us, yes. Oh, that is how, sorry. The national government kills civilians. They fabricate stories, they order bombings, they kill their own and our people to distract us all from the truth. To be clear, yes, it is true that I invited soldiers of the Parisian army to my school in Prava, but this fact was taken entirely out of context in order to fabricate a new story aiming to destroy me. The only reason I hired the Parisian army was to protect Prava Secondary. If you don't believe me that the national government are preposterous liars, here's another truth for you. My school was not bombed by troops of the Parisian army at all. The national government ordered the shelling of Prava Secondary and blamed Parisian soldiers because they wanted to prove to the media that they were needed in Paris to protect the Parisian people. Instead, they destroyed everything I loved in my hometown. This is what your government does to the innocent, to the weak. This is why I shall from now on call them #national murderers. Okay. Okay. Oh. No, this is just a joke. But I mean the second part. So I don't know. What kind of old call sign is that? That's not one of our agents, is it? Somehow I get the feeling this might not be our guy. I mean, I don't know. Okay, so this was important. Huh, the power of the people. What did he do to deserve that? What happened there? We shall see. My child died in the school bombing on Monday. I can barely type this message as my hands shake as I try to comprehend that my little girl is gone. I haven't slept and my stomach is retching as I try to process my grief. I just want to find the ones responsible for the attack, look them in the eye, and make them know just a fraction of the pain that I'm feeling now. I need to know what happened, and I also need to know why it happened. Also, how is it that Urban Vat was the only survivor? Can someone please explain that to me? Because right now, I'm having a hard time working that one out. Dear Mr. Bushich? Maybe? I understand your feelings and your outrage, and I cannot empathize enough how sorry I am for your loss. I'm answering on account of my brother, who is still hospitalized and in shock about what has happened. Please take into account that he tried everything in his power to protect all pupils of Prava Secondary. Nonetheless, he can't help but blame himself for what has happened and feels the utmost sympathy for each and every one who lost a child or other family member in the bombings. But it was not his fault that the FTP attacked the school. Are you kidding me? Mr. Vought was the one who attracted the attention of the FTP by hiring soldiers of the Parisian army to defend Prava Secondary. This is why the FTP started the shelling. He rightly blames himself for what has happened because he's the one to fucking blame. I cannot believe have the gall to come here and defend him. You have the gall. My daughter is also gone. Did all that he could? What? How could not one single child survive? Huh? How dare you claim that your brother is not responsible for this? While I did not lose any family members in the bombing, I have to agree with the people here. You have no right to come in here and defend Raban when he, as a principal and therefore the head of the school, called the armed forces to our school. Have you no shame? To give you an idea of what he has done, here is the list they published of the people who died that day, a majority of whom were pupils aged 11 to 15. I wanna Toscola and Bushich. No Bushich here. No Toscola here. Huh. Dear citizens of Prava, I understand your concerns and I wish to express my sincere condolences. It is a natural reaction to this truly horrific situation to seek answers for what has happened. But if you really want to hold somebody accountable, it should be the FTP who conducted these bombings. Blame our government for not protecting us. Blame soldiers of the nation for failing just as much. But please, do not blame one of us. Do not blame the principal who has done everything he can to help these children, to support parents, to save people. As citizens of Prava, we should stick together in difficult times instead of throwing stones at each other. Please don't make this terrible war get the best of you. First, please let me tell you that I'm terribly heartbroken that all my pupils died in the bombing of Prava Secondary. I cannot believe it. This man, this fraud, to claim he saved the students despite... We should have known. We should have known a long time ago. This is what Ilya must have lied about for him. All these lies make me sick, but there's a silver lining. This is all we need. No need to construct a narrative. This itself will be his undoing. Bring him down.
Bring him down.
Wait, I want to read it. I decided to speak here not because I am trying to defend myself. Instead, I discovered a very important fact that the citizens of Prava need to know about. Something that is highly crucial to seeing the bigger picture of this whole goddamn war. The bomb that hit Prava Secondary was GPB and 300. I know these bombs and they are not the kind of weapons that the FTP usually deals with. These bombs are owned primarily by the Pargisan army. This was not the FTP. This attack was executed by the army and therefore the government itself. Are you for real, Vought? You come barging in here with what is barely a half-assed apology and then start spewing conspiracy theories. Our children died. You didn't protect them when they needed someone. That was your job. Let me just pause it for a second. I don't think it is teachers' job to protect children from fucking bombings. Teachers are not being prepared to deal with bombings. So I have to disagree there. So I don't know. Now my job is to make sure you don't step foot in our beautiful town again. I will make sure that everyone knows the kind of man you are, Vought. An insensitive, cowardly child murderer. I didn't murder your children, the government did! It makes lots of sense. Doesn't anyone here even care about the facts? What are you still doing here? To hell with your so-called facts. I agree with Mrs. Toscola. You are a child murderer who deserves to be You want you out, Principal Vought. My brother has done nothing wrong. He dedicated his life to this school, to his pupils, and this is how you thank him? He did everything he could to try and save them. Ilya, the fact that you're defending your brother's abhorrent actions only makes you an accomplice in our eyes. You should both leave the country and never come back. We just might. Thank you for nothing, citizens of Prava. Woo! Okay, so I have nothing else. And he's gone. Ilya is out of the equation, though I'm not sure whether that will make our life easier or harder. What's new, Ilya? Okay. Yes, I've been here. Yes. Yes. Okay, so why does it still have the star on it? Okay. just to make sure that he's not anywhere here. Okay. Oh wait, I should have inserted a date there, not a person's name. Ah. Like, okay, call sign. I don't think this is whatever. Oh, hello. Good thinking. Now get me their identity so I can find them and make sure they don't undermine my work any longer. Influencer persona. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, right? Except, of course, you're not. It is one of our people then. Unfortunately, as an influencer persona, I'm afraid David Jones isn't simply one person. Those personas are controlled by different real persons in our services. Even I cannot tell you who is controlling them at this time. You must help find the traitor behind David Jones. Get me that real name. I bet. Iris. Oh, okay. Conflicting data. But you will need to make this encryption disappear. Ahahaha! If you can read this, it must mean the office has come from me and you're my doom. The worst decision I could possibly make was to sign up for Orwell and then post about it. I would have to make you disappear. Ha ha, it's so ironic. I'd have to laugh out loudly if it weren't so bitter. 2 days later, I get a particular mail you may have seen. Sorry about the hassle with the password there. I needed to be sure you'd see what I have been doing for them, so you'd at least possibly believe me. I've been spreading hate in their name, in the name of the nation on the one and Parge on the other. I feed their rage, and I can't get out. I don't know what she'll do to my dad if I just quit. I can't continue like this either. I don't want to. That heinous bitch Appleford? She's the queen of lies. She might have told you she doesn't know who I am. Don't believe a word she says. She knows everything already. Why she needs you then, agent? Didn't you figure it out already? She needs only for verification only. She needs you, maybe? Everything in Orwell is mandatory to be acted upon. Everything. She isn't interested in finding out the truth at all. All she is interested in is to have her own fucked up version of the truth in Orwell, so she's allowed to do whatever she desires. What's in Orwell becomes the truth. This can be used against her. It's nearly too simple. All you need to do is to lie for me. My name is Melissa Bethany O'Brien. My call sign is Ampleford. Good luck. Oh snap! I can turn on the woman who appears here. That's... Ooh. Funny cats, hell yeah. I trust this guy already, or girl, whatever. Investigator, we know you have been blabbering about your new job controlling David Jones, and the others despite us telling you explicitly not to do so. If you believe us to be joking, be advised we are not. In fact, we can easily make you disappear, as you put it, or other people. Meanwhile, we are keeping a protecting eye on your father. On your father. What? You may thank us later. Time to start taking this job opportunity we gave you very seriously. Don't mess up. Okay. there's a lot of options. I'm not sure if I put this one out, like, are there 3 endings here too? If I put this one out, that's one ending. If I say the real name of this person, so Iris Young, that's a second ending. And if I lie and say that the traitor is Empaford, who pops up here, that's a third ending? Huh. Okay, let's go with this one. Hashtag no Parisian hero. How Bonvat only saved himself, let all of his students die, and built a false myth to profit from. Because I did read somewhere that one endings, or one, I don't know, something was that he shoots himself, or like he unalives himself. So I guess this will be that ending, huh? So I'm not sure I can work with the David Jones files after that. We will see. We shall see. Oh my god. Take a look at Blabber. You need to see this. Blobfish! This ignorant, miserable bunch! There are still far too many people standing by the people's voice. We have failed. This is it. We failed, plain and simple. Our efforts are for naught. The riots before the presidential palace rage on unchecked. All we can do is hope for... What? The Bonvat started an announcement. I fear for the worst. This is the end agent. I knew it from the start. Wasn't it obvious from the beginning that he was no partisan hero? You never really took the truth that seriously anyway, did you, Ribbon? The truth? But you claim to know about the truth. Are you a blabberbot? Are you a real person? Are you a liar? Am I a liar? I was always wondering whether you folks will ever learn the truth is not black and white. Don't you guys get it? Ribbon has been fighting these rumors about him all day. This is a giant shitstorm incited by the goddamn national government. They are trying to get rid of him and TPV. Let's show them that they will not succeed. No partisan here is bullshit. I've been reading your blog ever since day one, when you wrote about your arduous journey to the nation. You were my heroes. I'm deeply disappointed in who you turned out to be. Why did I ever trust you, Bonvat? I'm deeply sorry that you feel that way. I beg you to keep in mind that false information is being spread about me all over the internet, and that they are trying to bring us down. Please do not let them succeed. Am I gonna get the worst ending again? Fucking hell.
My dear followers, those of you who still remain, the story that has finally been spread by the despicable government mouthpiece.
Hey!
It is true. All of it. I never saved those children. Because I was too afraid. Because I ran for my life, eager of saving it before theirs. Here I now am. Alive. And they aren't. I had so long forgotten about it. And now it's shaking me to my core. I believed that if I only tried hard enough, I could change things. That I could make things better for my people at home in Parges. I believed I could fight against the corrupt, evil, rotten politicians longing for power at the people's expense. I believed I could free my home country from these parasites and go back home. If only I twisted words long enough. We all need a reliable base on which our world is based. A truth. This was mine. But now I realize that I've been living a lie. Not only a lie that made you believe in me, but a lie that allowed me to forget who I actually was. A far too comfortable lie. Only one thing is worse. Knowing that even as I speak, you all continue. Carry on, fight on with all your fury, perpetuating that very lie endlessly, creating new truths based on fake claims put out there ages ago. What will become of this world when everybody has their own truth? What will be real, dependable? Everything will be nothing. Truth is dead. And I killed it that very day. I was too afraid to speak up and correct a mistake. But no longer. This story has to end on my terms.
Oh.
There's hardly anything more concrete than a bullet.
Oh.
It creates a tangible, uncomfortable fact.
Ah, no.
The very thing needed for a resurrection of truth.
Oh. Fucking hell, man. Oh, God. Why the worst ending? Fucking hell, man. I'm depressed now. Man. So I guess basically guilt ate him alive. And not just that, but you know, like the guilt of lying, the guilt of being the only survivor, and even that was quote unquote on his terms, so he could have saved others, and he knows that. That he got in a wheelchair because of that, because of what happened. That his wife was cheating on him with his brother. So, yeah, I mean, fuck. It's a lot. But the positive thing is that I actually enjoyed this game. I think I enjoyed the previous one more because I am really dumb for politics. So I didn't quite understand everything. Even if it was in my mother tongue, I wouldn't have understood everything 100%. And I understood the previous ones' stories and lore, and you know, much better because it didn't involve politics that much. This time I was like, okay, he's opposing the government and basically that's it. He's being more and more delusional. But is he? So yeah, this was it. I got the shittiest ending again. And yet again, I still do believe that the only thing that changed the ending was my very last choices. Nothing before that, just my very last choice. So yeah, I will replay episodes. I mean, like, to get the achievements, because I believe, let me check. I have 9 out of 19 achievements. So yeah, I have to get like different kinds of endings and shit. I will do that the next time I stream. But yeah, overall I did still like this game. I truly recommend you to not buy it at full price, because then it isn't worth it. I bought it for like 2.5, 3 euros, I believe. So it was pretty cheap. And for that amount of money, I do believe it's worth it, because it was still an interesting game, interesting story. But I did prefer the first, so this one wasn't shit, but yeah. So yeah, that was Orwell Ignorance's Strength, with me picking the absolute worst option yet again. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and staying here, and see you in my next stream. Stay safe, take care, and bye bye.